What's up? How you doing? I don't know if you guys are. So I can't see any messages coming up right now. I don't know if anybody is messaging. Maybe just taking a little bit to load. It shows me there's people in here, but messages aren't loading yet. Weird. Hey Melissa. Hey Heather. How you guys doing? What's up, Cassandra? How you doing? Hey, good to see you. What's up, Cassandra? Yeah, it's definitely taking. It's glitching for sure. Because even though I see you guys, now it's telling me there's 0. Let's see. Okay. What's up? How you doing? Hey, good to see you here too. Excuse me, guys. Got hecklers from the very beginning. Finally caught alive. That's what's up, Lattice. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? Let me make this a little closer. I don't do tattoos. Okay, starting the day with a lot of hecklers, aren't we? Hey, Megan, good to see you too. Hit users. Hey, Glinda, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Hello, hello, love and light. How you doing, real? Okay. What's going on right now, man? Okay. I'm getting off of. This is crazy. The way you get a reading is. Just give me a second. I apologize for this time frame right now where you can't really hear me, or I'm not talking. I'm going through timing people out. Hey Dana, hey Real. The way you guys can get a reading is go ahead and if you want there's three options, okay? There's three ways you can get your reading done. Number one, you can comment your name, your zodiac, and a yes/no format question. And then if you're wanting to go ahead and do a super chat reading, I do an energy exchange based off of what you decide to give per dollar is what I will promise you in cards, time, energy exchange. The way you can see the rest of the details regarding that is you can click on the screen or you could hover your mouse over it. And if you click on the description of the live, it will go ahead and give you the breakdown I have made. So, and then the third option will be if you decide that you would like to join the membership team while you're on here, you will be able to get eligible for a free card pull from me as a thank you and a welcome into the YouTube team. You guys can go ahead and ask any questions you like regarding the yes/no format and super chatters. So yesterday I left off with Nikki Minko. She will be the first person that we go ahead and do the reading for today. So we have Nikki Minko, and she just wanted a general card pull. Let's get her 2 cards. Well, definitely right now there's a lot of heavy energy on this person. They can feel like they're doing everything they can to stay positive, but it just seems like you're feeling like you're a heavy bag right now. Sometimes people will try to belittle the person they feel is the strongest to make themselves feel better, like they got something. Okay? Spirit wants you to continue to power through. You are a light force in this world. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody tries to take from you, they can't. As long as you protect your bubble of light. You are being asked to recess the amount of energy you're giving people. And also, there may be a little more spiritual protection that you should put on yourself, aka like a form of a cleansing ritual, like an egg cleanse, etc. Maybe you felt called to add to your spiritual armor. But this is definitely something where I also feel called to state that silver is a powerhouse element is a powerhouse metal for you. All of us have a certain type of metal or etc. that can really amplify our own abilities. So You go ahead. You allow yourself to not be a punching bag to other people. Take it in strides of strength, my friend, and things are going to be getting better for you as the year continues to transpire. All right, Cassandra, you're a Virgo, and you stated you would greatly appreciate a general reading. Okay, let's go ahead and give you a general reading. You're not feeling very supported right now. You could be having like a little bit of wiggle room, deciding on what way you're wanting to go. Normally I wouldn't do a general reading because I need people to do the yes/no format questions, but I feel called to go ahead and just give you that general reading pool. Yeah, there's been a divine intervention. You, in recent times, somebody could have came to your door. I'm feeling this is like an energetic door. Like there was a male figure who wanted to come back into your life, and they were very aggressive about it. And in the past, you would have just kind of like appeased this person, but you picked yourself. And the wings that you have been able to grow from this experience, you have truly been able to sever a cycle. Remember, when things are changing, discomfort happens. And when you are picking yourself, when you are being genuine, there will always be people that try to have your downfall. It cannot hinder you from continuing to not give up on that unconditional love, okay? Right now, you are being charged to receive a new form of power. And that takes, with great power, you have to go through some pretty great experiences.
Before you take your seats, you must be sorted into your houses. They are Griffin.
Okay. Hey, Anisha, thank you for being here. Will your bosses give you what you've asked for? Allie, looks like you're a Scorpio. Let's go ahead and see if spirits will give you what you asked for. Your boss. Okay, yeah, so you definitely let your presentation overspeak your words. You were very assuring, like, hey, you know, I know what I do here in this company, and it's time for me to get some form of like continued compensation for this, and it looks like you are going to receive. Okay, the difference between you and others is it looks like the energy and the eye contact. Something about you and eye contact is very strong. Okay, that energy, that tenacity has gotten you so far, and it's not going to stop now. Yes, you are going to receive what you asked for from your boss. Hey, lady. Good to see you. What's up, Mar? All right, Melissa, you're a Leo. Is a new partner on the horizon for you? Melissa, is a new partner on the horizon for you? Yeah, it looks like you still have some time. You still have some time where you're really being able to recognize how you could have the ability to give to another individual. During this time, you're going to be, I'm seeing you're going to actually be soaring through like some new like friendships and those type of relationships. Love is going to be transpiring for you, but it's going to definitely be more towards the end of 2025, and it looks like it's a fire sign as well. Absolutely honored to help you, Cassandra. Hey, Carlos. Hey, Ali. Yeah, I'm Cuban. I'm Cuban and Italian and little bits of Nordic within me too. Alrighty. Josiba? Hello. You're a Virgo and you'd like some general guidance. I'll go ahead and do that, but please, from the future on, go ahead and when you do like the free reading, thank you for putting your name and your zodiac, but make sure the question is more in a yes no format for me. But let's go ahead and give you a general pull right now. Alright, prize. You're feeling like right now you have been investing so much and you're starting to receive your rewards. You haven't allowed others to really be stepping on you in your passions. You let people in the past, their disbelief or inability to put themselves in your shoes or even believe in themselves hinder the way that you see you being able to live. You're the person in your family that was probably like a black sheep type of energy. And right now, that time frame of life where you couldn't hear your own voice, you can see why now you have the essence and the flow of being able to speak your mind. It was from all of those times when you couldn't before. What Spirit's wanting you to know right now is that you're going to be presented an opportunity soon to speak up, and it's going to be more about standing up for another person. It's not going to be about yourself. And with this, they're going to have eyes on you that you don't know are watching. There's always somebody watching when you least expect it, right? And this is going to look very, very good in your favor. It looks like whoever this is a leadership position and sees that they can give you something of a promotion, okay? So this is beautiful. Your general reading is to definitely continue to speak up when you believe it is time, and just always make sure your presentation doesn't overspeak the words. Hey Angela, hey Sarah, hey Ali. Alright, hello Mar against hey Gia. Mar, go ahead and make that question more of a yes no and give me your zodiac sign, please. Alright, Arrows, good to see you. Arrow, your name, and you're from Arizona and you're a Pisces. What is your long distance relationship hiding from you? You feel like your long distance relationship could be hiding from you. It feels like right now they are feeling pretty more affected by this long distance than they ever have before. They don't want to end the dynamic with you, that's for sure. But they've started to feel this, the spark of your relationship kind of dwindling away. There has to be something you guys can do to maybe see each other soon. It looks like that the thing that they could be keeping from you, there's not a big secret, my friend. I don't see that this person's being unloyal and faithful. They're just unplugged. They're feeling kind of dissociated, hazy. Maybe going ahead and trying to go ahead and make a plan to see each other would be beneficial for your relationship. Somebody going ahead and taking the flights. But there's no sense of them keeping like another person or etc. away from you. Alright. Hey, you see him, Melissa. Got you, Mar. We'll go ahead and start the super chatter list, but we'll get at least a good handful of you guys before we do the first cluster of super chatters. Okay. Got that. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Still do some free people. Yes, we're still taking readings. Hey, Miss Barb. Hey, Dana. Okay. So you're traveling for work this weekend. Will it be worth it? You're traveling for work this weekend. Will it be worth it? Left path individuality going against the grain, following that inner compass. I do see that this is going to be lucrative. Maybe you had to put money into it first, and once you come back from this dynamic is when you receive the exchange. Yeah, you could be a little tight on money right now, but Spirit's saying don't give up. You're right at that finish line. Okay, yes, this is going to be more than beneficial for you. Feel called to go ahead into tarot now. We'll also be using, today, we were using my Boxer's Oracle, but the other decks we'll be using is the Great Outdoors Tarot and the Realist Oracle. Been feeling very connected to these two card decks for the past couple of days now. All right. All right. You see, hey, you're a Capricorn. And you like to know, are you moving with grace when it comes to your love life? You're going to be moving with grace when it comes to your love life. Yeah, absolutely. You definitely had to pull back the reins and see that somebody's not going to be willing to come forth and give the energy I'm wanting from this dynamic. And no matter how much I love them or I feel the connection, I have to let it go. Now you're embracing that tower moment and you're realizing this isn't destruction, it's transformation. But yes, this is something where Spirit's saying, go forth knowing that you have some time of a solo flight. But on the way back, you're going to be with somebody else. You're going to be feeling somebody in the sky with you, controlling their own plane. And this is beautiful. You should go forward with grace. And don't expect, like a big soulmate or anything any moment soon. But this should also give you relief. You still have more time until you're ready for that person. But it does look like I don't see the end of the year being something you spend without a lover. So in between November and December is when this person will start to arise in your life. Okay. Honored to help you. Megan, you're a Sagittarius. Will you be coming back after no contact for essentially, that's a hard word for me to say, essentially the past year? Let's see. Your ego wants to believe that this is going to happen, but your soul, your intuition knows that it's time to stop watering a upside down cup. Think about it that way. Sometimes we have a glass that's empty and it's about filling each other's cups. But then sometimes somebody has their cup the whole other direction, meaning completely closed off, not part of your timeline. And no matter how much you try to put the water over it, it's gonna go nowhere. It's gonna just be released back into the world. So Spirit says, instead of spending these next few months hoping this person's going to come back, see that this has been a divine intervention and there is going to be somebody else better suited for you. All right. Thank you, Anisha. You're awesome. Everybody say hey to Anisha. Give her good vibes. She's my moderator. What's up, Barbara? Will you and DR be life partners? Okay. The spirits show in the cards there being deep memories going into the elder years together. It looks like this person, you two definitely have already gone into like one form of a separation. And what I'm hearing is there's no shadow of a doubt that there's going to be some rocky roads between you two, but I don't sense spirit saying this isn't something that will be successful. You do have the possibility of being life partners, but there is some work right now that's going to be pivotal in that, and it's about speaking your mind. In the past, maybe he's gone mute on you, or this is even a trauma response from past relationships. But for you guys to get to that point of life partners, right now there's definitely some things to go ahead and shine a light on, and not hope that if you just don't talk about them and brush them under the rug that eventually it will go away. Okay. Alright, looks like Mar, you actually have a specific question connected to yours. So I'll go ahead and write that so I don't forget it. You want to know if energy is shifting for the better? Shifting better person. Alright. Honored to help you, Jess. Let's see. Jess, you're a Scorpio. Will things get better soon for you? Will things get better soon for you? Absolutely. You're definitely going down that road right now where you've all of the help you've done for others, that cherish, that nurture, it is going to come back. You've always been a helping hand. You've always been the person that would take the shirt off your back for another, if you will. Okay? And that was not for nothing. You can't let the frustration or the anger and the low energy around you consume you. And it's not about always being in this state of nirvana perfection. That's not possible as humans. If we could do that, we wouldn't be humans right now. It's about embracing all of the feelings and seeing. I may have to lay low, or I may have to spend my money differently right now, specifically with you, is what I'm hearing. You've had to probably take, it's probably been, what I see is you canceling a lot of things. So you could have had more of a lucrative income before, and you were able to have like monthly subscriptions that were more fun based. But recently, it's even more than fun. You've had to probably even try to find ways to lower your insurance or etc. And it's hard. It's really hard because you've fought so hard to get where you are. And Spirit wants you to know this time is going to pass. This is just a moment. Things are going to look up, absolutely. Things are getting better. We have to speak it as it is right now, not what we want it to be. Things already are better. And the more you let yourself reinforce and accept that reality, the reality that you technically are in right now will not be able to continue to control you. It's like muscle memory. Think of when we're retraining our mind. You know how when we go to a gym and we are going ahead and training with a new machine or etc., it's going to feel weird at first, and it's like we're not probably even going to do it correctly. But the more and more repetition after time you do, and it's reinforced and it becomes muscle memory. You don't even have to look or figure out the instructions of that specific machine anymore. Honored to help you. Eileen, you're a Virgo, and you would like to know, should you just let go of GT? Should you just let go of them? Should you just let go of them? No, they don't want you to let go. Well, let me put it this way. They don't want you to give up. letting go in my book is a very big different thing than giving up. Letting go is like surrendering to spirit. It's not surrendering to any human being, but that spirit is telling you this is not something that's going to go away forever, but you do need to let it go. Separation, further growth. Giving up is like basically shooting yourself in the foot and saying, I'm not even going to try. I'm going to accept the timeline where this is impossible. And there's a big difference between delusion and believing in manifestation. There's a big difference, and there's a thin line. Right now, Spirit's saying what's realistic, okay? You know you want to be with this person, and it's not from a selfish or a lustful mind. I see somebody that knows when something feels different. You've never really fallen for somebody like this before, okay? So you're asking to be able to be with this person and have a healthy relationship. Sometimes we don't know how Spirit's going to give that to us. Sometimes a lot of times that takes actually feeling the energy of losing the other, so that when it's reclaimed, when that redemption happens with divines, etc., that's how you feel the sense of always being grateful every single day that you continue to choose each other. This person, they need you to let them go, but understand that letting go is actually the real way right now that you could have the possibility of having a long relationship versus something temporary. If you were to stay right now, you guys would say things to each other that would go over that edge of not being able to, the edge of no return. All right. Oh, thank you, Montel. That means everything to me. Okay, Candy. You're a Cancer, and you'd like to know, are you doing the right thing by letting him go? I deeply feel that you are in the same exact collective as our person beforehand. Let's expand off of it individually for you, though. Somebody that's being willing to nurture and help. Yeah, you should. This is not a dynamic where you two don't have more of a story together. They are telling me the masculine needs to speak up. They are telling me that you're farther in the collective than our friend beforehand. The separation's been longer. It does feel like this person is learning how to absorb the negative energy sent their way and transmute it into love, light, and positivity. This person's learning how to not be afraid of messing things up. Okay, it looks like they used to self-sabotage by being afraid of self-sabotaging. This person is going to end up coming back to you. It's going to take about 3 to 4 more months before you even dive into a timeline. I see where there's communication, but rest assured, it does show that he's planning on reaching out to you, and it's most likely for a specific holiday. What's 3 to 4 more months from now? Is it a birthday? Now it feels like a birthday, and I don't think that's Cancer season, because, well, actually, it could be for your birthday. Actually, now that I think about it, with the June, that's not too far. Okay, I think this person's going to reach out to you by your birthday, my friend. Hey, Cody. Yeah, go ahead and ask your questions. Christians, religious people are amazing. It's organized religion, the parts that try to corrupt that makes us all end up feeling disconnected. Source, creator, God, Allah, etc. It is the same. It's the same source. And it's about where you grew up and how that source was able to connect to you. One of my best friends in the entire world is Christian, and a very devout Christian, but also one of the most beautiful and accepting people I've ever met in my life. So go ahead, I'll make sure when you ask a question to let you know, Cody. Hey, Live, Infinitely Holistic. Good to see you. Hey, Candy, good to see you too. Okay. Helena. Got you. You're an Aries, and you would like to know, is real love formulating this year for you? Is real love formulating for you this year? Absolutely is. You've gone through so many waters. You've nurtured into pots that had never even heard a drop of water before. I'm hearing your friends, your family, individuals that felt lost. You know, you're a beacon of light and a protector. You've always been able to kind of like take. I'm seeing somebody that's able to tame down really almost like aggressive situations. Like there's two people that are trying to like one up each other, and you kind of can just get in the middle and be like, all right, calm down, y'all. Let's not do anything here that we're gonna regret later. The type of so you're a complete feminine, and what I'm about to say has nothing to do with your gender. It's about your energy. To the world, to other people, you are a divine masculine. In your love life, you are a feminine. You are supposed to be nurtured, and you are the nurturer. In in leadership positions in your life and with friends, etc., you've always kind of had the responsibilities put on you organically, and that's because you have that willpower, that go-get attitude, that self-composure. You demand respect simply by your presence. Well, Spirit's absolutely saying you are having real love this year because you're attracting in a masculine who can be your masculine. The one person in the world that you can actually just let your guard down to and give control because you trust them. Because they've showed you they've earned it. Yeah, you are. Alright, let me go ahead and start writing the other people that have super chatted. Alright, Mystic Born. Catherine, will Son treat you well in a relationship? We'll make sure to start with you. Hey, Helena, thank you for joining the membership team. Go ahead and give you that general card pull. Alright. Hey, it's Sam. You have been added. Alright, Karen. You have been added. Reba. You have been added. Danny. Got you added. Alright. Alright, I'll go ahead and do like 4 more free people, and I'll start this the first group of super chatters. Who was it? Can't see that person. Can't see where it left off. The free person I said I would do for them, but as I go down, I will make sure to look out for your name. Okay. On the Grinds with Candy, let's go ahead and give you a reading. Your name is Candy, and you'd also... Okay, got you. And you're also a Cancer.
Gryffindor!
But it looks like you were more just responding to somebody else. Okay, well, on the grids, Candy, you definitely are connected to that person's reading. Because it looks like you were just letting them know that you have the same name. That's cool. Let's see. Gratitude. Honored to help you. Okay, Chris, I got you. You are a Leo. You and your ex have been in no contact, and you approached her at the gym and talked. Okay, you wanted to know if she's going to want to get back in a relationship with you. If this helped with the decision, going ahead and just going ahead and speaking up. See, this time your presentation didn't overspeak your words. In the past, when you would talk to her, it looks like maybe you wouldn't recognize the triggers you could have accidentally done. Even though you would never harm her, your person had been through some form of domestic, violence or etc. in their past, or this could be more of just even if it was emotional, whatever it was, it looks like it comes back more to growing up as well versus another partner that did this to her. It was a trickle effect. So yelling is a big trigger for her. If you end up yelling, no matter what you are saying, it is not going to actually be able to be heard because she goes into the state of protection, retreat. There have been times in the past where you could have been talking very passionately and you just realized now, after this separation, looking back at things like, I can see how I could have came off in a way I didn't mean. She saw how much you've grown, okay? That is the biggest thing she wanted. She was like, I love this person, but I can't stay where I'm not being heard or seen, truly, no matter if he thinks he is or not. And I see her actually starting to receive a warm glow around you, a comfort again. And it's not a comfort that how it was in the past, it's a whole new comfort. My friend, you continue to be this positive person. You continue to work on your own triggers, things that can make you really angry fast and switch into that person where you don't have the control. The presentation overspeaks the words. You keep doing this and you guys are going to be back together. You just have to be authentic to yourself and continue to respect her boundaries. All right. All right. I'm honored to help you, Megan. All right, Patrick, you'd like to know, what do you need to do with this relationship, even though it's a tough one? It's a tough separation for you both, but it's what you had to do. It was what was best for each other. Can't go backwards, have to go forwards. Something you told her that you would do during this separation is really be able to start being able to take care of yourself financially and emotionally. I'm not saying that you depended on her, but you would try to give to her when you had nothing to give to yourself. During this separation, you're both going to see and find a light that can only be discovered by walking down a path for a while by yourself. What they're wanting you to focus on is to become the man you desire to be for her, it takes being that man for yourself and facing your demon, facing your own parasite, face on, head on, to become what she is deserving of. It's not that you're not enough now. You must also, though, be that for yourself, and that's what you're doing. You're already more than enough. Spirit wants you to know that you're about to go down a slippery slope, feeling, which is really just an ego death. You have a very thick shell to you. And you may go through some moments in the next couple of months that has to remind you of that. But you're going to prevail. And I do see you two being able to bring back not only a stable connection with emotions, but also financial as well. Right. Honored to help you, Jess. Alright, Joanne, you're a Capricorn. You'd like to know, are you going to have a reconciliation with William? I almost said Will.I.am, like, you know, the artist. With William. Will there be a reconciliation? Yes, there is, but you're going to have to meet each other halfway. I see a late night phone call. I see the ability to share what you have made for yourself during this time of separation. A lot of people here are in the collective tonight of a collective I've been hearing is going to receive a barrier that's been broken down after June. A lot of you here, you've been able to see where you could be self-sabotaging connections more than just love, like friendships, when you can start being afraid of trusting anybody, opening up those doors. Your friends never gave him a chance because he never gave them a chance. You're like, you guys don't know him like I do. You don't see when he's energetic and himself, when it's just me and him. When he's around others, he's stoic. He's not rude, but he's very to himself. And sometimes that could be seen by others as like conceitedness, or just thinking you're better than other people. And it looks more like this was actually probably like an anxiety type of thing that he would do. You can't really trust. Go with me. You can't really trust your friends' opinions about somebody they don't know. There's a difference between if your friend, you got like a spiritual friend, or even a friend that's just always, they may not be the spiritual person, but you know their intuition's always on par. Always. And if they will become spiritual one day, or if they just see it as just them having street smarts or whatever, it doesn't really matter. That person trusts within themselves, and I see you have a friend that probably is, it's like that. It's like that person always knows something's up or isn't up with somebody. And they'll kind of be like, I don't know why, I just never really liked him. Even those individuals, you see, you have an emotional connection to each other. And when you have an emotional connection to another person, especially it looks like in this friend dynamic, your friend is probably more of the protector of you two. Like, yeah, definitely it has a more of a protector stance. Following their intuition for somebody that they have a deep emotional connection with, and it's out of their control to protect you with this person, it's not that they're saying that this is horrible person, but their intuition cannot exactly be fully trusted because there's that ego, there's that fear of not being able to protect you or not wanting to see you going through hurt again, versus actually the inner knowings. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more that transpires between you two. Okay? There will be a reconciliation. You're just going to need to make sure you talk about the things that you brushed under before. Brushed under the rug for so long that by the time you were able to talk about it, it was not able to come out in a way where you could really be heard. It was more anger. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and write the other super chatters, and we'll start the super chatter group. All right. Timothy, I got you. Honored to help you, Timothy. Nikki, good to see you. I don't know if you were here at like the beginning of the live, but you were the, just to let you know, your message from your message from yesterday, your question, I was the first one I did. So after this stream, if you didn't see it, just go back to the recorded one, or the recorded, you know what I'm trying to say, and it'll be the first one on it that I do. All right, so this is where we're gonna start for our first group of super chatters. I'll only be doing one other group of super chatters after this. All right. Scroll back up to Mar and start with you. Perfect. And I'm going to allow myself to take a drink. All right. Mar, you wanted a general card pull. Let's go ahead and do that for you. All right, so you received temperance. There's about a balance that's been in your life. You're starting to recognize where you could be overgiving. The thing about you is you're an unconditional giver. And sometimes unconditional givers can allow themselves, the best way to put it is, can allow themselves to take a person giving them a cookie and acting like it's the whole entire batch. You can make it very easy for people to, go with me here, if you, without being aware of this, like you were before, not anymore, you can make it kind of easy for people to take advantage of you. You didn't set up these guards and boundaries. You just were like, I love people, and whoever's supposed to be in my life is supposed to be here. And even though everybody has a purpose, that does not mean every purpose is going to be good. You have allowed yourself to keep that blend of the open heart, but also learning that you don't have to over-explain yourself to everybody. And individuals that want to shun you and push you away, they're not people that you really should care about needing their respect to begin with. You have allowed yourself to release the need to be release the need to be afraid of confrontation. The biggest thing Spirit wants you to know right now is take all the time you need before reaching out to a certain person. The conversation is going to be pretty short. Somebody that you felt for so long you had to keep that, okay, I see it's an inner child thing. I think with your father, you are having somebody who you finally are going to be able to speak up to. I can feel within you how tight my throat chakra is, thinking about soaring and speaking. You're going to break a deep trauma by being able to express your mind. And there are certain things your parents said that one day you would understand and that we're doing for you that you still to this day are like, no, I never understood that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to be that way. And the last thing I'll leave you on is Spirit's definitely letting you know that you have become the protector you did not have. And that's the number one way you can heal your inner teenager, your inner child, is becoming the protector, being the adult they were more than deserving of having. So continue to allow yourself to branch out, speak up, but it does seem that there's a specific person, which is a deep parental figure. I see your dad being somebody you're going to speak this inner truth to. So absolutely, your energy is shifting into a better person because you continue to not shy away from the inner work. All right. Mystic Born, you'd like a general reading. Okay. I feel like switching to our next tarot, or our next oracle actually, is what we're switching into. Right. General pull for Mystic Born. What do we got for you, my friend? All right, right now you feel that. Have you felt that your psychic abilities or your intuition has become a little off or hazy? You see, Spirit's telling me you're migrating through a very transitional period, okay? And during this time, the uncomfortableness, the haziness you're feeling, it's kind of like jet lag. Think about sometimes when we're jumping into timelines. Literally, you will feel yourself like how it is on a plane, and you're going from one time zone to another, and you're having to kind of like catch up with like your sleep, etc. That is that energy. Things aren't going bad for you. This is that drop before the rise. Spirit's wanting you to know that within the next month, you're going to be walking into a lot of situations where just knowing what to say will become a big purpose that you're like, okay, I see. There's going to be a lot of times confrontation arises around you, and you're going to be able to just be somebody that becomes this medium force, making the individuals not comparing themselves or having to be so defensive to each other, but actually seeing how they're the same. I think you have two brothers. Don't you have like two brothers or two? Like, it has to be even like a cousin and a brother that are super close, or some energy like that, where you're going to be able to be a moderator for them. This is great. And your family's coming together right at the time you need it most. This is very beautiful. All right. Helena, thank you for joining the membership. Let's go ahead and give you a general card pull. Okay. General card pull. People are putting themselves in your shoes, and you put yourself in their shoes. You have a lot of people that see you as like a superhero in their life. I'm talking about like, do you have children? You used to feel like you were walking around in eggshells in your home growing up, and your children feel like they can be superheroes. They can take the sheets and put them around their make a cape is what I'm trying to say, or like be a kid, run around, not be afraid of tracking in dirt. My friend, you are the adult that you were always deserving of having. I'm not saying that your parents were complete trash, okay? I know and can see that they did the best they could, but there was better. And they loved you as much as they could love themselves, and you chose to continue to rise. You broke a generational trauma in your family that was passed down, and you have to be you must understand the amount of power within you and energy that's actually taken from your life force to do this. You have it's a superpower to be able to go with me here. It's a superpower that can sometimes feel like a curse to be able to understand everybody in the room. Not give them an excuse, but give them an understanding. It's like if that person is being really cocky and trying to invalidate others for self-validation, that probably comes from them being a child that wasn't heard, or could have even had those things happen to them, and now they're just regurgitating the same thing that happened to them. And you see that. And in that moment, even with seeing it, you know, you can't be mad, but you can be frustrated. You used to give too many people benefit of the doubt because of that, being able to put yourself in their shoes. And that is that healthy barrier. That is that guideline they really want you to focus on right now. You know, it looks like your children, maybe they're not grown, but they're not at the stage where you have to be with them all the time. So they must be able to go to school. They must be able to, maybe even have like a, kind of seeing like one preteen and maybe like one, right, they're not like 2 or 3 year difference basically. Right now, Spirit's saying you have some time that you haven't in a long time to focus on yourself and take those moments as true recharges. Yeah, this is awesome. You became the adult that you will always feel safe with. In your inner child, you have been able to heal through the way you have raised. All right. All right. Hey, it's Sam. You would like a message for you. Let's get a message just for you. All right, you've gone through the shadow work. You embraced it. Spirit wants you to know it's time to explore. You are safe. When you were younger, you felt like you had nothing to lose, and that's why you had this sense of like exploration. When you were younger, it's like you were like, I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain, so I'm gonna live life on the edge. Then you started growing up, and I see you've made something deep for yourself. Now you do have something to lose. And that's where there was like this ego death that happened. You have a lot to lose, but the thing is, it's only the parasite that wants you to think that by continuing to explore your life that you're going to lose it. It's far from it. There's nothing you have to fear. Spirit wants you to know that right now the skies, they're going to stay clear. And when there needs to be a divine intervention, they're going to make sure it happens for you. This next part of your life, it's time to literally get yourself into the world. Okay. All right, Karen, you're next. Karen, there we go. Karen, you would like to know, will you and Kevin be together in the future? Will you and Kevin be able to be together in the future? You're tying things up right now. The masculine's aware of what he has to do. The bigger picture, seeing it now. Yes, I do see. This is just because the delivery has not arrived yet, it does not mean it's gone, it's delayed. It's a divine intervention. Okay, this person's getting their act together, and that's the thing. You literally could have almost verbatim said that to them. You're like, I want to be with him, but you have put me to the edge. You've gotten me to the point where you need to find yourself. And if you want this, when you come back, I need to see there's been true change. Okay? Yeah. The package is delayed. It's not gone. Allow yourself to stay in this calmity. I see that we're in Aries right now. Then they're okay. Scorpio season. When we hit Scorpio season, that is where there's going to be a return within this connection. Reba. You're an Aquarius. You'd like to know, are you on the right path with him? on the right path with him. So you feel like the thing about this is you're not trying to manipulate the energy at all. Okay, there could have been a misunderstanding. You could have tried to do some form of like a ritual or a spell for a love connection with this. It wasn't like trying to put them under manipulation. But whatever you were doing, you feel like it backfired. And that's because it looks like you could have been trying to force somebody to be ready to communicate or tell something before they actually were. There's a difference between doing the intention of a love spell or etc. of something that's already you have. It's amplifying and you get permission from them. Trying to do a love spell to manifest a specific person, I'm not saying that it will always backfire, but there's a little bit of a film, I like to call it, over it. It's not something that can be fully peeled back because you're trying to make that string break before it has all the tension. You are on the right path, but the balance right now, the reason you could be feeling a little worry is because of that. Did the spell backfire? It didn't backfire, but it made a few steps. It didn't backfire all the way of no return, but it did build a wall and did kind of counter-react what you meant for it to do. You probably did some form, again, of release of communication. And what it actually did was make them even harder. But this is a connection that's meant to happen. You have to break free from holding on to needing this to happen a certain way. You're not off track with each other, but it's just going to take more time. Okay. Danny, you're a Virgo, and your question is, do your spirit guides have a message for you about your past romantic relationship? Got you. What does spirit have about your past romantic relationship? Okay. Spirit needs you to know you released yourself completely with this dynamic. Okay? They are a beautiful person. I completely see what parts of them made you feel a romance you never have, but also just as deep as the romance was, it went red fast too. It went from pink to red, the dynamic. They're wanting you to know this person wishes the best for you. They know what you're deserving of, and they know that they can't be that for you. They're wanting you to know that there's no need to return back to this. You can wish them a well from afar. But the exchange that was necessary between you two has already transpired. And you're always going to have a special place in your heart. And yes, you will receive messages about them from time to time, seeing their name, synchronicities. But guys, just because you're seeing somebody's name or those type of synchronicities, it's not a 1000% spirit saying, reach out to them. They're reaching out to you. It's time to get back together. Sometimes it's just you picking up on each other's frequency like a radio. You're always going to be somewhat able to connect moments in time with these types of connections, but your energy and your space is protected from it. It's time to continue that it's time for you to, you just continue forward, and they definitely are sending you pure intentions, but they're tending to still be their own worst enemy, is what I keep hearing. Okay, Timothy will be next. All right, Timothy, I got you. I'm honored to help you, man. Let's go ahead and give you a general card pull. What do we have for Timothy? All right, you have been doing a lot of inner teenager healing, my friend. You have allowed yourself to not need to over-explain or even defend yourself to individuals who, at the end of the day, if you really would know what's going on in their mind or the way they see themselves, you would never even take what they were saying in vain. It's hard. It's hard to hear, no matter how strong you are or whatnot. It's hard to hear people try to belittle you. But it is a complete reflection of them. And because you're a human, because you can put yourself into other people's shoes, that's why those are the parts of you that keep you humble. Those are the parts that keep you connected to others. It's a blessing to remember the feelings, to stay connected to others. But the work you have done, there are certain levels when you can energetically just cut off a person. Your presence is something that once it steps into a room, you probably even notice it's just people look up. It's not like you make noise or anything. You enter a room and people can look up and stare at you. Light forces can see other light forces, but so can the dark. The dark can see almost a light force even faster than another light force because of that. They see dark everywhere and then they see light. What Spirit's wanting you to know right now is there could be a romantic connection that's studying you, but it's not in a way of like, I'm trying to find something. It's more like they're trying to verify their intuition about you. And this is a connection that can actually truly fill your cup. I see two people who deeply are able to shut off the noise of the outside world together. This secret admirer of yours is somebody you would be very, very happy to find and figure out is wanting to explore something more with you. I am definitely seeing the right, two things. I had to say it. The first one's normal. The second one's why I'm smiling like this. So she has black hair for sure. Black, almost like maybe even like a curly or wavy type of hair. But you really, in the most professional way I can say it, you really would like the booty. Her booty is phenomenal, and that's something. It's just like you appreciate it. It's not all you care about, but okay. Another thing I'm seeing, very interesting. Well, she definitely is somebody that you have to be in a place where you're being physical, like active. I see her actively kind of also checking you out. So this must mean a gym or a place where there's like a lot of physical labor. It could be your job. But yeah, this is a person already in your horizon. They do study you in a sense of saying, yo, can I put my guard down with this individual? Okay. Is your family... Okay, sorry. Nikki Minko. Is your family going to be happy again? You had some up and downs in the past year. Okay. What's going on with your family? Are they going to be able to rise above this? Certain people in your life could have been the black sheeps. And it feels like for individuality, that's also a lot of the ups and downs could be. A conflict of interest is what I'm hearing. I do see many of the members being able to get back and explore, like be able to make more memories together. But there are certain individuals who they were hurt to the point where I don't see them feeling like they can interact again and not bring an energy that won't help the situation. I see that there are people that you're going to individually be able to heal basically with every person in your family, but there are going to be times where it's not choosing, but certain family members will be like, hey, if that person's there, I'm not going to go. We can hang out another time. And really all you can do is be this safe space for your family members. And maybe one day they will give you the opportunity to help be a mediator in between It's very necessary conversations to have closure. Yes, things are going to get better. Absolutely. But there will be certain individuals that just, for the time being, if not for the majority of this life, will be better to just be separate ways. There's certain family members that you have to do that with, and it may hurt, but it's that protection spirit does. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and start making the last group of super chatters. I'm gonna do some free people, but I would say if you're wanting to super chat, this is going to be you got about 25 minutes probably left. Okay. Sharon Rice, you have been added. All right. All right, Vickers. Let's go ahead and get you, my friend. All right. Chanel, you have been added. All right, now let's go ahead and do about 5 or 6 free people. All right, scroll back up. Okay, I'm gonna take a drink real quick. All right. Tarisha? Howard, you are a Virgo, and you would like to know, will you and Jeremiah have a healthy relationship? This other way too. Will you and Jeremiah have a healthy relationship? Yeah, absolutely. So he is an active service type of individual. That's going to be the main way he shows love. It's not going to be the only way, of course, but he's definitely going to be more of a person that wants to show versus talk about his feelings. His form of love language will be, hey, he's getting up to get a glass of water. He'll ask you, do you want anything? Or if your yard needs to be mowed, he'll just go ahead and do it. He'll just go figure out where the lawnmower is or bring his own over and do it for you. He's going to be a person that asks, you've had a hard day, so instead of sitting there and asking you about what happened, he's more going to just assume that you'll start talking and he'll be that space. He may instead ask if you're hungry or do you need a foot rub, etc. And it's not that he's not listening to you. That's his way of showing he is listening. It's just going to take both of you going ahead and breaking that next wall down. But yeah, I see you two having a healthy relationship. All right. All right, Cece, you're an Aquarius. You're wanting to know, is life coaching what you should do in this world? Is it part of your purpose here? So, the only people that can truly, truly, truly heal others are individuals who've experienced pain. If you are destined to be somebody that is a healer, you're destined to go through that light and that dark. In the most mundane way I can explain it, my friend, before you entered the body you're in now, you told Spirit, I want to have a true purpose in this existence. I want to raise the vibration of this specific earth. Spirit said to you, again in the most mundane way I can say it, okay, cool. If you want to do that, we can do that for you. But understand, humans, to get to that level, you're going to have to experience everything. And we can't promise you how you're going to experience it, because humans have a thing called freedom of will. We can promise you you're destined to experience it all. And we're going to make sure in the beginning that you have to experience the more detrimental and turmoil moments of those, so the rest can be that rise, that you can be to help others, not also have to experience the pain to the extent you did. You are meant to be more than a life coach. You are, like, it won't even fall under that category. Being a life coach is phenomenal, but there's something even more. There is something about healing through, like, it could be literally like some form of healing through, I'm hearing holistic medicine, but even like painting, helping people paint their emotions or transmute, even maybe people who are in a recovery center is what I'm seeing, like a recovery center type of individuals, and who are trying to figure out how to, for so long, drugs and alcohol or what their releases were. And now they need a time of figuring out, okay, well, I can't just sit around doing nothing. I need to proactively find other alternatives to channel my feelings, my energy. Yes, you're going to be a life coach. You're going to be more than that, though. And I feel like specifically involving addicts could be a big thing that you really, really help. Okay, Chanel, you're a Cancer. And you would like to know, is it time to change careers? Spirit wants to know. You're right at that finish line. You're seeking that more guidance because you want to know, is it time to switch, or are you just bored? It feels like it is time to switch. You have gone and surpassed everything you can where you currently are, whether this means changing a career where you could be in the same field, but you're under, like, what you're responsible is for, like, a different, like, position, if that makes sense. It could be the same business, same company, or even something completely different. What they're telling me is you have the finances or the ability right now to pick another move. It is time for you to go into that hermit mode and figure out what the next move is, though. So you have already been able to settle. Yeah, I've learned what I can here, and it's time to further and explore other opportunities. Now it's about figuring out what that exact thing is. So do you want to stay in the same career but open your own practice? That's a big thing they keep saying to me as well. Okay. Okay. Allison, you're a Leo, and you'd like to know, are you going to be getting together romantically with the Taurus man? Are you going to be getting together romantically with the Taurus man? It looks like this connection, it's not going to explore further to that extent. Okay, there's a big creative burst that you experienced and a different level of affection than you felt in a while. And it's not that it's anything to do with you. I just see two people who are not going to want to go the same direction. He's probably even said something like that to you, that he's not looking for something serious. But maybe part of you, as you've continued to spend more time together, you're hoping that's changed. His mindset hasn't changed since the beginning of dating, or more getting just spending time together. he absolutely doesn't want to lead you on. So if you're wanting more than that, I see somebody that would be like, hey, if we need to just be friends again, or etc. I'd rather do that than lead you on, even though I like what's going on. I care about you enough. I care about you enough. I care about you more than that. Okay? So what Spirit's stating to you right now is, understand it doesn't look like it's in the cards for a long-term relationship, but if this person is being honest and open with you about what they are looking for, and being friends with benefits, and just having somebody that's helping you create a different level of a feeling of affection, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just about, if you're looking for somebody that wants nothing but commitment ready right now, this is not going to be the person. Okay. Okay. Simple chaos. Your name is Mason. You would like to know, you're a Sagittarius, and you would like to know, is your career going to start popping off soon? Is your career going to start popping off soon? You've done a lot of work, and the thing is, you're not waiting for things to come your way. You're not only speaking things into existence, you're walking. That's the thing about manifestation a lot of people forget or don't know. It's not only thinking about things as they are, you have to embody it. It's kind of like the energy of dress for the job you want, not the job you have. When you are looking for your manifestations, they're not going to come. When you're guided to them, you will find each other. Okay? Yeah, your career is absolutely going to be popping off. The thing is, right now, is you're at that finish line. You are right at that finish line. And if you have any form of insecurity when it comes to, again, I don't see the way you look right now. All I'm seeing is this energy. If you have some form of like not feeling comfortable with the way you look, whether that's about your physical body or any other part of yourself, understand your individuality. That is something that people who actually don't love themselves, who are not comfortable in their own skin, but in a way where they want other people to feel that lowness, those are the individuals who are going to try to take that shine away from the beautiful things about you. It is a reflection of them, not you. The next part of your career, you're gonna have to be able to have another layer of thick skin. Spirits made sure you're prepared. The only one that can actually get in your way is believing what those people are saying. You know yourself. So go ahead and continue to do this walk. And another thing Spirit wants me to tell you is also, it looks like you probably went through a pretty transformational period where your physical health became the most important. And right now, you're starting to experience maybe even having a different level of attention than you did before. You're going to have a lot of people that want you to prevail, but you're also going to have a lot of people that are going to want you to fall. So understand, the more successful you get, a lot of times the circle will get smaller. And then new people will be able to arise and join that group, okay? That's definitely the thing they want me to say with you. Stay there. They're saying stay there with that message. There are some people in your group that could do backhanded compliments or belittle you, and you may have brushed it off for so long, but you can't brush off things like that. A real friend, there's a difference between being able to play with your friend, make fun of them, but then actually truly like hurting and making fun of them. And some people try to just say, oh no, I'm just kidding, when it's things that really pierce, and they know the exact things to say to really bother you. That is evil. And you are somebody that has at least one lingering energy around you. That before the next step can actually happen in your career, this must be noticed and acknowledged. Interesting. Alrighty. I'm going to allow... Let's do about 3 more minutes. 3 to 5 more minutes. This is last call for super chatters, okay? Last call for super chatters. Once my screen, once it reaches a 1 hour and 35 minutes here, right now it's 1 hour and 32 minutes, that will be the cutoff for super chatters. All right. Okay. Almost there. All right, Salve Cornet, you're a Virgo, and you'd like to know, are you going to get a new job offer soon? Are you going to get a new job offer soon? Awakened and ready. Yeah, you absolutely are going to be receiving a job offer soon. The thing is right now, you're feeling this urge to reorganize or clean your room or even cleanse your energy. Spirit's saying take it. Right now, you have the space and time to do some spring cleaning, if you will, that you won't have that energy and that you will have. Sorry, that energy you have right now to do it and that motivation is going to be transferred to this new job. It's going to be transferred to learning. And when you come home, they're wanting you to just have the space to woo-saw in. So if there have been certain things you've been meaning to put up, even like a picture, or install in your house, or if there's certain areas where you have a lot of clothes that are piled up, right now, go ahead and allow this feng shui space to be reorganized. You are going to receive this soon. Excuse me. All right, Alicia. Alicia, you're a Leo. Does your Virgo feel any actual remorse in your situation? Does your Virgo actually feel any remorse? I'm hearing yes, but they would not be willing to admit it. Oh, okay. This person wants a fresh start with you. In the past, they would not have been able. They thought you probably would have reached out to them by this time. This person, I'm hearing they did this to you at least twice. And you were like, I'm not fucking doing this again. There was this energy of like just being fed up within you, and Spirit says it's valid. Okay? They do feel remorse. I see that they're not going to be willing soon to come and make this forward, but I'm hearing that once you're in another relationship and they see they've truly lost you, like it's confirmed. they'll try to run back, and this is not healthy. Okay, this person is all about the want, it's about the chase for them. Yeah, they feel remorse right now. They're not willing to state it, but they do have. I do see their higher self telling me they have the. They'll have the. What's it called? Compulsion, not an intuition, compulsion to reach out to you after they receive some form of verification that you're in another relationship. Either hearing through the grapevine, seeing you, one of you post on social media. There's just going to be then this state of running to you. But spirit, you are an ego death in this person's life. You have to be the one that got away. That's going to be how they truly learn, and that is your purpose. Their purpose, they're not your divine. There is somebody else. They were a pivotal person in your existence. They're a soul tie for sure, but they were not somebody that was meant for you to be with forever, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and see who super chatted. Sent Chanel. All right, Zirmar. That's a cool name. Zerimar. You have been added. Alvin, what's up, homie? Good to see you. All right, you've been added. Okay. All right, so that's going to be the conclusion for Super Chatters today. That's our group. Anybody else that Super Chats now will be guaranteed their answer on my next YouTube live stream. My next YouTube live stream is going to be I'll just finish the reading. I'll tell you guys at the end where my next YouTube live stream is going to be. Okay, let's go back up to Sharon. All right, Sharon Rice, you would like a general card pull, okay? What we got for you? All right, you're feeling like divine timing has not been on your side, but that's the thing. Even if something's going to piss us off in the moment, and Spirit knows it's for overall the best for us, they don't care if you're mad. They don't have an ego, so they won't get upset because you're upset if they know it's what's best for you. It's like kind of like you got to think about the energy where when you're a kid, you may want to have your dessert before your dinner, but it's going to spoil the dessert, or it's going to spoil the dinner. Right now, what Spirit has done for you is there's a lot of times they've had to take back the dessert because they know that you need something else first, the nutrient, the going through life experience. And this dynamic, if it's about a specific lover, it really does feel like it's been divine intervention over and over again. This person does want to reach out to you. And it feels like there is going to be a secret revealed to you about the fire in their heart during this Aries season. Very interesting. When it comes to your love life, this has all been something to actually make it to where you can heal and be a cloak for each other. Interesting.
Gryffindor!
All right, Vickers, your turn. All right, you'd like to know, are you going to find a new job? I got you said any career guidance would be great. Yeah, you're following that spark. You got something extra within you. You are going to find a new job. What I'm hearing You have a very unique skill. Excuse me. You have a unique skill or a unique like look to you. What I'm saying is that this position isn't something that's just made for anybody to fill. Following the spark, and it does feel like you would be like a kind of like a front face person. You may be somebody that will be a leader in a male dominated area. Filled is what I'm hearing. You cannot be afraid to allow you to be seen. That is the biggest thing. This next job that you go into, for every moment that you're feeling fear, Spirit is guaranteeing success. Where you are, you have to be able to have tough skin and resilience. It is going to be a more male-dominated workforce, but instantly, there will be a level seen that you demand respect, but not in a way that is like, it's not in a way where you really even say the words, you speak it. You're this energy, there's this frequency within you. And you're going to have to be okay with having a lot of eyes on you because some guys are ridiculous and it's like they don't know how to have self-control. Don't let those ignorant people stop you from really having a valued life. Not even successful, but a valued life, my friend. All right, Chanel. All right, you'd like a general card pull. Let's get you a general card pull. All right, there's somebody that's putting themselves in your shoes. Somebody feels pretty bad for abandoning you. But the shame of abandoning you is almost keeping it to where they feel that they would not be able to reach out. All you can do regarding this type of connection, this communication, I can see you know who it is specifically, is telepathically tell them, like, I have already forgiven you. We all come from different walks of life. You know, it's about coming in with authenticity. You have somebody that wants to bring you a hidden truth. And it is romantic. All right. Samar, your name is Yeleni. You like to know, how does Humberto feel towards you? He is a Capricorn. How does he feel towards you? He feels like your last communications, or he still could be releasing another lover. There is a connection that he recently has broken up from. And he's still in the process of purging and getting over that dynamic. I see somebody that definitely you guys have had an exchange of attraction and there's a vibe there. But they're not really spending that long, I'm seeing, with your vision in their mind. And it's not anything personal. It's because of what they're getting through. There needs to be more time with this connection, being more friends, or allowing you to not put all your eggs in one basket, and being, by doing that, being okay with him not coming and going, but not giving you constant communication is the better way to put it. It's going to take time, and you can be either a friend that helps him through this process, or you can go into a deep separation, and once he's figured it out, see if you find your way back to each other. But that's the situation with that. All right, Alvin. All right, Alvin. You'd like to know, you're going to remain single in your 5 months of self-reset. Are you going to be single in your 5 months of self-reset? I am hearing the 4 months of it. For 4 months, you're going to be single, but it does look like when we go into that 5th month, there's going to be that fresh start. You're going to have a lot of sleepless nights, but you're also, what I'm hearing, you're going to catch up on a lot of sleep. Okay, you recently have had a lot of sleepless nights or a weird sleep schedule, and in April, in May, you're going to be able to really restore and have a full 8 hours, etc., of sleep instead of waking in and out. You've been seeking more self-guidance, and that's the thing they want you to focus on specifically, is becoming more one with your own spiritual abilities in these 4 months. A lot of communication regarding your emotions to your inner teenager. I would even suggest writing a letter to your inner teenager. And you can simply look that up on YouTube. You can probably look it up on YouTube or Google another creator that has made it. I have not made a video on explaining how to do that yet, but you can find a trusted source who probably has. An inner teenager letter, long story short for now, is when you sit down in a time when you can't be disturbed, and you write a letter to either your inner child or your inner teenager, letting them know what they experienced, what they went through was not their fault, that you have became the adult that would protect them. And a lot of personal information from there. Once you've created this letter, you're going to read it out loud over and over again and allow yourself to cry, scream, laugh, harness all of the feelings. Even bring a pillow so you can punch it if you need to. And then you release that energy into the world by burning it safely. And you watch the letter burn, and you just throw all of those feelings and emotions into it. And it's not a cure-all, if you will, but is it a good fucking start, and even just a good another step forward. I highly suggest that's what you focus on for the next 4 months, is inner teenager healing. All right. I don't think anybody else super chatted since Alvin. Let me just check to make sure. All right. Yeah, looks like that is it for the super chatters. Alrighty, guys. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, you can go to my website. That's offprintmint.com. It is linked in all of my social media platforms. If you go to my YouTube bio on my channel, it'll be right listed there. Also, if you're interested in my Oracle deck and getting one of your own, my Boxer's Oracle, I do have them currently in stock. It's also on my website. Same formula. Just go to the bio and click on my website link. It'll be right there and show you where you can go to purchase it. I have a lot of cool other available services as well, like my inner child and inner teenager healing sessions. If any of you are feeling called to look into that, I really highly suggest it. It's one of my favorite things I do for people. So that's where we're going to conclude our live tarot here on YouTube today. I am going over to Twitch for our after stream. And over there today, we're going to be playing some Black Ops Zombies, and we're going to give away a free tarot reading. Basically, we decompress, we hang out, we chill, I answer questions, and it's more of a community bonding time. So, if you feel called to join us over there, that's going to be at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What time is it right now? Yeah, perfect. About 9 minutes. I'll be on there in about 10 to 15 minutes. And the free reading, the way it works over there is one person's pick to receive a full reading from me versus here where it's like one question. All you have to do is be following me on Twitch, and then you comment the keyword of the chat, which will just be listed on my screen. The link to my Twitch is associated also on all my platforms. If you go to my YouTube page, you'll see it right there listed next to the website, etc. That is Twitch at UncleBronze Official. My next live stream on YouTube is going to be on Monday. I will go on TikTok live tomorrow. Probably more during honestly, I want to try to do a midday stream. Maybe more like 12 o'clock. See, like 12 or 1 o'clock, and see how that does, if people like that. So, Twitch tomorrow, or Twitch tonight, TikTok tomorrow around anywhere between 12 to 1 is when I'll get on. And if I don't see you until Monday or etc., I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening. The collective readings will continue to upload throughout the next days as well. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Let's get it.